Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to study about direct and indirect speech. It is also known as reported speech or narration. The words spoken by a person can be reported in the two ways, that is the direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech means presenting the exact words spoken by someone. For example, Sheila said, I want to have some more cookies. So here, I want to have some more cookies are the actual words of the speaker and are put in inverted commas. So this is direct speech. When we report the words of the speaker by the listener to a third person in our own words, it is called indirect speech. For example, Sheila said that she wanted to have some more cookies. So this is indirect speech for the above sentence. Now before we discuss the rules of reported speech or converting the direct speech into indirect speech, let's study about the parts of direct speech. We have four parts in direct speech, that is the subject, object, reporting verb, and the reported speech. The subject is the speaker. So here, Mohan is the subject, that is the speaker. Mohan said to me. The speaker is Mohan. So subject is Mohan. And the listener is the object. Here, me is the object. The words said or said to are the reporting verbs. And the sentence given in the inverted commas, that is, I am going to the market, is the reported speech. Now comes the rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech, and we are going to take up assertive sentences only. First is change the reporting verb, that is said to told. If it is said, then it remains unchanged, but if it is said to, then we replace said to with told. Number two, remove the commas and the inverted commas, that is of the reported speech. Insert an appropriate conjunction, that is that, before the reported speech. Change the tense, change the pronoun, and change the words expressing nearness of time or position. Now let's discuss the change in tenses in detail. Simple present tense changes to simple past tense. For example, she said, I am busy. She said that she was busy. So here we are replacing the present tense with the past, simple present with the simple past. Present continuous tense changes to past continuous tense. For example, he said, my father is writing a letter. In indirect, we'll say, he said that his father was writing a letter. So, is writing changes to past. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Next tense is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense changes to past perfect tense. I have made tea. Here, have made changes to had made. So, he said, I have made tea. In indirect, we'll say, he said that he had made tea. Next tense is present perfect continuous tense. It changes to past perfect continuous tense. For example, he said, I have been working very hard. Here, have been working will change to had been working. He said that he had been working very hard. The next tense is simple past tense. Simple past tense changes to past perfect tense. For example, she said, I bought a new house. The indirect form of this will be, she said that she had bought a new house. The next tense is past continuous tense. It changes to past perfect continuous tense. For example, he said, it was raining earlier. It will change to, he said that it had been raining earlier. Then the next two tenses, the past perfect tense and the past perfect continuous tense, it remains unchanged. Now few words like will, shall, can, may, and must. They all take the past form. Like will changes to would, shall to should, can to could, may to might, and must to had to. Next is change in pronouns. See, for this, we need to remember a simple rule, that is SUN 123. Here, S stands for subject, O stands for object, and N stands for no change. And 123, here 1 stands for first person pronoun, 2 stands for second person pronoun, and 3 stands for third person pronoun. So, what does SUN 123 says? That first person pronoun changes according to the subject. Second person pronoun changes according to the object, and the third person pronoun remains unchanged. That is no change. Next, let's take up the changes in time and place in detail. When we convert the direct speech to indirect speech, the words expressing the nearness of time and place changes in the following way. Now changes to then, this to that, these to those, here to there, ago changes to before, thus to so, today changes to that day, tomorrow the next day, yesterday the day before or the previous day, last night the night before or the previous night, last week, last month, or last year changes to the week before, the month before, or the year before. Now, there are few exceptions to the rules. Number one, the simple present stating a universal truth, proverb, or a habitual action does not change. For example, the teacher said honesty is the best policy. So, in the reported speech, when we have a universal truth, a proverb, or a habitual action, the tense of the sentence does not change. In the indirect speech, the teacher said that honesty is the best policy. So we have not changed the tense, that is is. Is remains is in indirect as well. Next exception is the simple past stating a past historical event remains unchanged. For example, the teacher said Gandhiji was born in 1869. So this is expressing as Gandhiji was born in 1869 expresses a past historical event. So we will not change the tense while converting it to indirect speech. The teacher said that Gandhiji was born in 1869. Now kindly note, the tense of the verb usually changes if the reporting verb is in the past. That is reporting verb that is said. If it is said or said to, then only we change the tense of the verb while converting the direct to indirect. But if the reporting verb is in the present or future, that is says or will say, then the tense remains unchanged. The tense of the verb in the reported speech remains unchanged. For example, he says, my father doesn't like telling lies. So here you can see the reporting verb is says. So no change in the tense will be made in the reported speech. While converting to indirect, we'll say, he says that his father doesn't like telling lies. Another example, Peter will say, I hate burgers. Now see here, it is will say. The reported verb is will say, that is in future. So again, no change in the tense of the reporting speech will be made. Peter will say that he hates burgers. So hate, we have just changed hate to hates because with I we use only first form of verb, and with he, she, that is third person singular, we use first form with s or es. So according to the pronoun, we have just made the change by adding s, but no change in tense will be there. Now let's solve the following exercise. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. Arpit said to his father, Nina has broken the glass. Number two, Raj said, I will receive my uncle at the airport tonight. Number three, you said I worked hard on this project. Number four, Meera said I like honey. Number five, Mehul said my parents are going to Jaipur. So kindly type in your answers in the message box and send it. Kindly comment your answers. Thank you and have a nice day.